Hey everybody, it's Tara here. It's day for our Freestyle Thursday. And today I'm up here in my kitchen. We've got a little kitchenette where we spend most of our time. And I need to do a chandelier garland today to finish up the decorating in here. And I thought it'd be a great project to share. So as you come in, let me know you're there. Let me see if anybody's out there yet. It took me a little bit to get my setup right. I don't know. We'll have to kind of play with it. Okay, Nancy's there. Hi, Nancy. How are you doing? Are you still crazy busy? Hey, Rhea. How are you? All right. I see some people starting to join in. But anyway, I kind of messed around with the lighting and stuff. I'm hoping that you guys can see what you need to see. Hey, there's Penny. And Joanne, how are you guys doing today? Working and very busy. Yeah, it sounds like it, Nancy. There's Penny. How are you? All right, I'm just going to sit here for just a second, let some people join in. And actually, while I'm waiting, I'm going to pop over and I'm going to have to see everybody's comments on my iPad, which is sitting on the table. So I'm going to get that all set up. So Rhea's still decorating. Hey, Charlotte and Sharon, how are you? Yeah, Sharon, well, don't do what you need to do. This is going to be on our page, so don't worry about having to watch it right now. So thank you. Thank you. Okay. And there's Linda. Okay, now one thing I did want to check with you guys, I'm going to turn the camera around, and right now I don't have the kitchen lights on. I've got a light here beside me kind of shining up where we need to see. My fear is if I turn the light on, it might be too much glare, but I'm going to try it just to see because this is in a shaded part of the house, so there's not a whole lot of natural light in it. But I'm going to turn you around, then you guys tell me what you think. Okay? All right. I don't know. Is that going to be too bright, you guys think? You can see my hand up here. Here's the garland we're going to be working with. Doesn't look like too awfully much right now, but we'll get it looking like something amazing. No light is better? Okay. All right, that's what I was afraid of. Okay. All right, that's what I was afraid of. Oh, Nancy says it looks fine, so. All right, well, as long as you guys can, yeah, that's what I was afraid of, Rhea. But if you guys decide that it's too dark and you can't, you'll just have to let me know. But I can't bring my Mevo up here. And Penny says either way, so I can't bring my Mevo up here, so I had to get this phone up as close as I could to the chandelier to hopefully you guys can see what you need to see. So, okay. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and get started then, and let me get my iPads going so I can see your comments on that. And like I said, you guys will just have to stop me, let me know if you need anything or me to do anything differently. Hey, there's Connie and Bridget. How are you guys doing today? All right, and there's Dee Dee. I'm going to turn you just a shade. Okay. All right, and this, I don't know if you guys saw my video I posted. This is to match my tree, and we've got this little pencil tree here in the corner. It's just a real small kitchenette is what I'm decorating, and if I can remember before we get done, I'll show you my decorating taste. It's kind of on the I don't know. My husband's, there's no way he would tolerate it all throughout the house. So I had to go rustic in these rooms that he can see. I'll show you the other one here after we get done though. So, okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started. And you guys will have to let me know if you can't hear me also, because I don't have a mic that works with my phone either. So I'll try to think to keep my voice up though. All right, there we are. Okay. Let me make sure I got the comments where I can see them too. Can you guys hear me okay over here? Anybody, can you guys hear me all right? Hey, there's Kathy. How are you, Kathy? Okay, Penny says she can hear. So usually if one person can, then everybody can. But okay, so this is just, we're going to go ahead and get started. This is just a plain, ordinary garland. Let me see if I can, maybe I've got it up. There we go. This is just a plain, ordinary garland. I got this at Hobby Lobby, and it actually used to be about, I don't know, 6 or 9 foot, and I just cut what I needed to go around the bottom here. You can see that on this, we've got the, you know, the little things that hold the lights out, and this is what I use to anchor my garland. And this is something that's really nice that if you, you know, a lot of people get intimidated by a full-size garland, but this is something you could easily put in your shop, and it wouldn't be that much of a hassle to ship it. I mean, I think that this is just a little bit smaller chandelier than we have here than the other one I'll show you in our dining room. But gosh, that looks like it's probably only about, I don't know, probably a yard, maybe a little bit more, okay? But I'd warn you though, if you do one of these, then you might get asked to do a full-size garland too, so. But it might be a good start to try anyway. So I just take these little branches here to start off with, and I just use those to secure my garland to the chandelier, okay? Make sure you're not pulling down on it. I always have to think to myself to make sure I'm not pulling down on. That'd be a hard one to explain to my husband, that I pulled this all the way down off of the ceiling. But we'll just kind of feed that through there. And then you can either tighten it up, or you can, I like to kind of drape them just a little bit. So I've got the beginning, I've got the start of it over here, okay? And I've got the end of it here, so I'm just gonna secure it right here. And then you can, like I said, I like to let it drape just a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna find some branches here and tie it around here. We'll just kind of tuck that up in there where it's not going to come down. Okay? Try and make it as even as I can. Doesn't have to be perfect though, you know my motto. I'm going to go ahead and tie a few of these together. All right, and when you get it where you like it, then go ahead and secure it to that. I've only had 3 lights on this one, so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to secure it here. Okay, then I'm going to back up. I'm going to look at it from a distance to see if it's reasonably equal. Okay. All right, I think it looks good. So now I'm just going to go here. I'm just going to fluff it just like we do our wreaths, our Christmas trees, everything else. Make sure to bring some down to the bottom. You guys, you can whip these out in no time. I think they're kind of fun, and they do add something, just a little bit extra to your decoration if you're doing it for yourself. And it'd be something really nice that if you could sell a wreath to a person, and then add that as a, as a add-on, or make it into a set. And let's see. All right, I think that's good enough. Okay, so that's what we have so far. Okay. All right, everybody good? Oh, Kathy says she's still at work, popping in. I used to do that too, Kathy. All right, now, this garland I'm using here is a pretty cheap looking garland. I don't know if you can appreciate it on camera, but it's just one of the, the cheapest garlands I found. And so I'd rather it not be that visible. I don't mind if a little bit of the greenery shows, but it's kind of junky looking really. And I've got a flocked tree over here, which, if I was thinking, I would have pulled out a flocked garland, but I wasn't. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put just a little bit of mesh. I've got a 10-inch mesh. This is kind of it's a deep red or a cranberry color, and then it has some of the jute mesh going through it, or jute kind of stripes. And then I've got just a plain 10-inch jute mesh, okay? All right, I'm gonna cut off a few strips of this. Well, it looks like I've already got one of them. And I'm gonna keep them about the same size we do for our wreaths. They're gonna be about 15 to 17 inches. If you make your ruffles too short, then you're gonna run into trouble with fraying, okay? Because you're gonna have too much of the raw edge is gonna be exposed, okay? All right, now I'm gonna disappear a second. I'm just gonna cut some strips. I'll probably cut about, I don't know, I'll cut about 4 of each. And I don't know if that's gonna be enough or not, because I haven't used mesh on this particular garland before. So have any of you guys ever made one of these chandelier garlands before? Or a mantle garland? I know Rhea's made a mantle garland. Yeah, she showed us that early. I can't remember if it was in this or if it was in one of the boot camps, but it was gorgeous. Okay. All right, now I'm going to take this, I'm going to just do some ruffles just like we normally do. We're going to take these 2 curved ends that we're going to want to fall in on themselves, and we're just going to squish that all together, okay? All right, and just place it just randomly. I hope you guys can see everything. I'm seeing everything on a delay on my iPad, so it might look a little bit jerky, but normally on my Mevo I can see it just as I'm doing it and adjust if I need to. But so I'm just going to alternate these colors, okay? I'm not going to get it real crowded, but I don't want people looking up and just seeing that garland, okay? You can let some of your ruffles go down underneath if you want to. Scoot that one over just a little bit here. I'm going to be having bows right in this area, so that's why I skipped this area right here. We'll just put this over sideways a little bit. Yeah, Rhea says, I might be glad that I didn't use a flock garland after all. And I was just thinking that, Rhea, you read my mind, because I'm sitting here, I'm seeing all this jute. Our table is dark, and I'm seeing all this jute, almost like a dandruff falling down, and I'm thinking the same thing. Flocked would not be a good thing over our table. And like I said, you don't have to do the ruffles if you don't want to. I'm going to scoot this one over a little bit closer here. Like I said, I cut 4 of each color just to start. It might not be enough, but we'll adjust if we need to. So who all's got all their Christmas decorating done? I know I do not. I have got so much to do yet. I've got our big Christmas tree in the in the living room that I haven't even put nothing on it. I got it up. I did get my husband to put it to bring it upstairs anyway. But I have to show you that too. It has like 2 different kinds of bulbs and or light bulbs, I mean, and one of them you have to screw them in and screw them out every year, and there's like 100 of those balls. I do have all those taken care of. Okay, one more. Oh, and that was just the right amount. That was not on purpose. I just lucked out. I was going to leave this space empty, but I think I'm going to go ahead and throw a mesh in there. I changed my mind midstream, which I do that. Okay, all right, I'm going to get down and I'm going to look at it again here. I can already tell I got one ruffle that I need to lift up a little bit. Let's fix this guy here. Actually, I can probably just drop some greenery down. Yeah, I still don't like it. Put it up just a little bit higher. Okay, now let me look at it. And that looks better. Okay, all right, so that's what we have so far. Okay? All right, everybody good? Oh, hey, there's Sharon. How are you, Sharon? Okay, now I have these picks. And I thought I had 3 of them, but I don't. I guess I just have 2 of them left over. I also put these in my mantle, and I just love these. I wish I would have picked up more of them, but it has the buffalo check ball, and then has a pine cone, of course, just some plain pine, and then longer needle pine with some like some juniper or cypress running through it. I think that's supposed to be eucalyptus, and then some berries. And like I said, I thought I had 3, one to go in between in each chandelier, but I do not. So I've got to decide what I'm going to do here. I could almost, because people come from this direction and they come from this direction. I'm thinking I might just do this for right now. And then I'll be able to go and I saw these, Hobby Lobby has similar balls that I could maybe make my own. This is just a styrofoam ball, and you could just take some buffalo check fabric, glue it on there, and then I have this trim downstairs. So you could just make your own ball. Just think about that. If you want to make something specific that you don't have or can't find, you can always make your own, okay? But anyway, I saw something similar at Hobby Lobby that I might go back and get, as well as some similar berries. So we're going to play like we've got one over on the other side too for right now. If nothing else, I'll steal one from someplace else off of my Garland or something. So, but anyway, I'm just going to take this pick, okay, has the stem here, and since I'm making this for myself, I'm not going to glue anything in. I like to repurpose things, and so there's no need for me to glue it in. I'll just take these branches, or I could take a zip tie or pipe cleaner and position it in there like that, okay? All right, so I'm just gonna let that kind of ride up like that. I'm gonna find some branches and use those just like pipe cleaners. Okay, and I want this stuff I want it kind of hanging down, okay? And I forgot to fluff it. I should have fluffed it before I put it in here, but I didn't, so I'm doing it now. Okay? All right, so it's just going to kind of hang off of there like that. Okay, and there's my other one. But yeah, like I said, these balls, they'd be really easy to make something to match. Like if you had some ribbon that you wanted to match or something like that, you could real easily make these. I'm trying to decide which side I want to put this on for right now. I'll just put it here so you guys can see it. Oh, it's got a big magnolia leaf in there too. I didn't know about that. Okay. All right, and I have one ball kind of going upward over here. I'm going to drop this one down a little bit lower. I don't want everything on the same level. Okay. Down as best I can. Well, it's not going to go down there, but maybe this one will. There we go. I just don't want everything on the same level. Just like in a wreath, you wouldn't want everything on the same plane. I'm trying to vary where everything is on this also. Okay? All right, now I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to set some bows in. And I went ahead, I made 2 of them. This matches my tree topper, the ribbon does. And I just made one loop on both sides of each ribbon. Just you know, you don't want some huge bow sitting up here. It's just going to overpower it. So I just wanted a real simple bow just to place there. I'm going to put one on each one of these lights. Okay? I have not dovetailed this, and I've only got 2 of them made. But I'm going to go ahead and put this one on since I already have it. Is everybody doing okay out there? You hear okay? See okay? And the same way with this ribbon, I have repurposed this also from last year. I just, whenever the season's over, I just take my bows down and then I find a spool, an empty ribbon spool, and just wrap it around. And usually the wrinkles come right out. If not, you can always iron it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and dovetail this. Sorry about the clock, it's just like right beside me here. Like I'm working on a moving target there. Okay. All right. Let me get my other bow here. But really, if you wanted to and you didn't want to have to mess with all the garland and everything, you could take, you know, make you a nice simple bow and just wrap it around or tie it to a Christmas pick that you like, and then take some pipe cleaners and put it on your, you know, on your light fixture. All right, let's turn it over this way. Get this guy up here. And you know, my taste, I don't know that you would want real long trailing tails, so I keep them kind of short. But maybe you, if you were making something for a wedding, that might be kind of romantic, have nice long tails hanging down. Okay, all right, and I need to make one more bow here. Oh, Penny said she did the buffalo check, black and white and red and black also this year. Yeah, it's pretty popular color. I don't know. I have a feeling the red is kind of going out, maybe except for Christmas time, of course. I mean, yeah, and Christmas red's always popular, right? I started making this bow. I should have held it up here. And again, it's just a real simple bow. One loop on either side. Okay. How's everybody doing on their bow making? I said we need to do another Zoom meeting here for too long, in case people needed it brushed up or maybe weren't able to do it last time. I think we decided on when we were doing the Zoom, the bow meetings, we decided it'd be nice to do the Q&A on Zoom also, because it was really nice to be able to see people's faces, just like you were just sitting there talking to each other, you know, in person. It was really nice. I always said, whenever I'm doing lives, we see little icons, but I can't tell what everybody looks like. Okay. I have my pipe cleaner here. I keep forgetting, sorry guys, I keep forgetting I need to raise my hands up so you can see. And when I make my bows, especially when I'm making just a 4-loop bow like this, I like to alternate. If I'm using 2 different ribbons, I like to alternate so where you've got the color kind of spread out. I mean, you could do it like this, but I just don't think it looks as good. I like to, kind of spread them out like that. Okay? All right, let me find that other lamp there. Like I said, ignore that area there. That's going to have something on it eventually. I just either got to find or steal or make me another pick to go there. All right, I'm just going to dovetail these now. Okay, so that's what we have so far. Okay, everybody good? Oh, Kathy says she still has trouble holding more than one ribbon. We'll have to figure out a time, Kathy, when we can get you on those Zoom calls. So we'll fix that. I promise. Rhea says she's made so many bows and her hands are raw and egg. I hear you. I hear you. Okay. All right, so that's all we have so far. Now, in my tree, I also had some red ornaments. And let's see. I don't know if you've seen these at Hobby Lobby. I like them. It looks like they're cranberries. And there again, that's something maybe you can make. Cranberries, and they are glued to styrofoam, and then just have some like icing on them, or like iced glitter. But I really like these because I like the texture. I like to use multiple textures. So we're just going to place these around. And I've got the balls here. I'm going to try to break up. I'm going to break up some of this color from the buffalo check. I don't want buffalo check then buffalo check. So I'm going to grab one of these. And it has these strings that you could use those if you wanted to. But I like to tighten my ornaments up around the garland so it's right where I want it. So I just take one of these branches. Let me see if I can find one here. I just take that string and I wrap it real tight around that branch. Then I take that branch and I put it right where I want it. I kind of bend it up so that ball's not going to be going anywhere. Sometimes you got to work with it. I think I didn't go up high enough. Hang on, we'll get it. So I'm just basically twisting that string with the evergreen. There we go. And see, then now it's not dangling, and it's going to stay right where I want it. Okay. But like I said, I just wanted to kind of break up that buffalo check and the buffalo check look there. Okay. So we'll put another one over here. I'll probably put it up higher though. Where was I? I'll put this one up here. And this one, I'm just going to set it there. Okay? I'm going to make sure that I've got a branch in between the light and the ornament, though. I don't know if it'll melt. We really don't use this light too awfully much, so I'm not really worried about it, but just in case. All right, now, so I've got one down here, so I'm going to come up on this one. And again, I'm just going to set that in there. If you're worried about it, you can always add you can always attach it. That's over a little bit too far. I want to wrap about right there. I changed my mind. There we go. All right, so that's what we have. I'll bring this one over just a little bit. All right, and here's an example of me repurposing again. I actually had, you've seen me use these wooden skewers. I actually had this in a garland from last year, and I took it out. I repurposed it, but I left that stub on there because I'm going to use that to stick it in here. That'll be a lot more secure than holding it on there with that string. Okay. All right, so that one's up a little bit, so I'm going to bring this one down. And I'm just real tightly wrapping that branch around that. Okay. All right. I'm gonna pop down off the ladder and see how I'm looking from the bottom. Okay, I think we look good. And I'm not going to do this other side. Like I said, I've got to do something over here about the pick that I'm missing. Okay. All right, and then last year, over on this, I had these snowmen that I perched in here too. I don't think I'm going to do that because I didn't put them in my garland this year, and I did not put them in the tree. But I'll show you what they look like. Here's these little snowmen that I just put them kind of up in between here. Some of them I'd have up here, some of them I'd have hanging down. They've got a string. They're actually Christmas ornaments, but I cut the string off to put them in in the garland last year. But like I said, you could either set them up there on top. Wouldn't that be cute? But I'm not going to do that this year. Okay. All right, and if you wanted to, you could add more ribbon also, like in between here, you could add some ribbon tails. I'm not going to, but that's what we have. So how many people are going to go out and try a chandelier garland now? I mean, it's really easy. Really easy. I hope you can see it all right. Let me drop you down just a hair here. Instead of looking at my profile there. There you go. Isn't that pretty? Pretty and very easy. Like I said, this would be really something simple. You could put in your craft booth, or you could put in your shop, make a matching set, make some swags, match your wreath, match your Christmas tree, that kind of thing. So, okay. I'm going to turn you guys around now. Okay. All right. So Nancy's going to make one. Oh, thank you, Rhea. Thank you. It's so simple. Thank you, Connie. Okay. All right. And like I said, I'm going to show you too. I'm going to take you guys for a ride, so you might get a little bit dizzy. So if you're prone to that, be sure you close your eyes. Okay? Oh, Sharon says she lives with her 96-year-old, is your father, I believe it was, if I remember right, and he hates Christmas, should send him over the top. Oh, I know. You know what, my husband is kind of that way. But really, it's been my experience, once I do it, then he loves it. So he doesn't tell me, but I can tell he likes it, because he tells his friends. So, but anyway, let's go for a ride here. Close your eyes in case my house is, I don't know what kind of mess I got here. But I'll show you. Whoops. My phone's saying something here. Okay, but anyway, I'm going to turn you around, and here is what I'm doing in this is my room. Oh, shoot, I got that light on, but let me see if I can come to where you're not looking at the... But see, I hung these elves down from it, put some picks in there. Now, one thing, well, let me turn off these lights. Maybe you can still see. No, not very good. There. Okay, but anyway, I hung some ornaments. I've got these velvet flowers left over from last year that I did. Just made a real simple bow, only I put a little extra ribbon in this one because this is a little bit more dressed up, this room is. It's our dining room, and it matches better the Christmas tree. I'll show you that here in a second, too. I got some donuts hanging down. Now, the only thing I wish I would have done on this differently, the Christmas tree is white, and I didn't think to put any white mesh in there. If you can see, I've still got the green showing, and I really didn't like that, but I was about done when I got to this point decorating. But here, I'll show you the Christmas tree that it matches here. There we go. Oh, I'll turn the lights out. There's my ladder. I'm still working on getting the big tree done. Let's see if I can back up where you can see it. But anyway, there's the marshmallows. It has the lollipops and such. And there's the bow I was talking about. And that's a tree topper. And for those of you guys that have not seen my tree topper training, that is just one big bow. And then I add the things afterwards. I just stick it in the tree. I added the lollipops, and then I added the marshmallow picks, and I added they're like little candy picks that you could see. And just kind of look at, or kind of try to make like a triangle, basically. But anyway, oh, thank you, Rhea. Thank you, Connie. But I don't have him quite finished yet. But, this is something I kind of actually got an idea from one of my friends of actually putting stuffed animals and plushes and that kind of thing in your Christmas tree. This is just a Walmart find right here. But, and then I got the elves in this tree also. So, but yeah, there's that. So, oh, thank you guys so much. So I'm going to turn you around again here. So, well, that's all I have today. And gosh, I had a question I was going to ask you guys. Oh, I know what it was. I needed some ideas what you guys are needing from me to, what kind of tutorials you like to see. I already have next week's formal tutorial figured out, and it's going to be an everyday piece. And I'll be posting the supply list here shortly. Oh, thank you, Sharon. Thank you. It's a work in progress. Work in progress. It's been a long road, but finally my husband's kind of turned things over to me. So I lived here for 5 years, 6 years, or something like that before he let me start getting rid of the bachelor pad. So, but anyway, if you guys have any specific requests, things you'd like to see from me, please let me know. And I have sent out some emails to a few people, and make sure you check your emails every now and then. And I'll just keep on sending them, trying to get a hold of you as best I can. But that's all I have today, and hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Oh, thank you, Connie. Thank you. And I'll catch you next time. All right, bye-bye.